Good day, ladies and gentlemen, all my subscribers all over the world, my well-wishers, my listeners, and those who love what I'm doing. This is ODT, which stand for Okute Daily Talk channel, bringing to you news of our people, of our never-do-well governors who stands on destroying the nation. When everybody was shouting, you push to do this country well, or do this country well, or they were not hearing us. Okay, look at it. UK court moves Ekwere trial to January 31st, 2023. That sounds him right. If I say that I'm not happy about what is happening to this man, then I'm a great liar. Just some couple of days ago, the Nigerian court have sanctioned the forfeit of his 400, right? No, about 40 of his landed properties. We're not talking about cash. Landed properties. Only few was in Nigeria, others is outside there in the foreign nation. And look at our states, our roads, and the local government constituency, and from where he come from. All is dilapidated to the extent that even devil is shouting Jesus, passing on that very road. Do the country well. You have been in that Senate for over 16 good years without nothing to show for. All blames goes on Buhari all the time. Everything that happens, they call Buhari. If all these ones come on our road and shit, the next one now, they will come and initiate that kind of mindset to us that Buhari is the cause of our problems. Why the presidency have nothing to do with our local problems, which all these ones who are representing us at the federal level have failed to do because of their greed, because of their stupidness, because of their quest for stomach infrastructure and the rest of them. They want to grab all the whole riches in this world, and at the end, what happens? It sounds you right. My prayer is that you will never get out of this problem you find yourself into. That is my problem. That they keep on adjourning and postponing this case until God knows when. Have you ever did, or if you have ever do something at least tangible to your people, or the state where you came from, build a very good hospital, you wouldn't have been flying your daughter to abroad because you have seen Nigeria as a dungeon. You have seen Nigeria as a place where it is not suitable for you or your children to attend in terms of their medical needs. You fly them abroad. That is where the country that they do well. Then do your own country where you cannot. Other than using the money that is meant for the public, for your constituency, for the local and the federal projects, you divert all the funds to your own self. Now you are receiving the payment at your own coins. I am very, very happy about this. And my prayer is that all of those people who have been looting our funds in one way or the other, that the government, if our government cannot grab you, but the government of that country will grab you and put that person into jail for life. Since in our country, what we have here is injustice. Government of the people, by the people, and with the people. I mean the rich people. The poor ones have nothing to do with the government. When the poor one is sick, there's no good hospital to even carry their children or themselves to the hospital. But when your people sick, you fly yourself abroad for medical treatments. Even a common headache, you went there to spend the money that is meant for your own country. Your economy is dying. Why our governors, the presidency, and the rest of them boast other people's economies, going there for numerous expenses, holidays, and the rest of them, and their country is dying day in, day out. The question I keep asking myself all the time is all these people, are they really from Nigerians? Both whether you are Igbo, you are Hausa, or Yoruba, or you're Fulani, or anywhere you are from, as long as you are in the seat of power in Nigeria, are you really a Nigerian or a foreigner? Okay, if we should question the Hausa or the Fulani, what about the Igbos? Are they also foreigners in our own land? Is there another country we can come out now and say there's a Igbo people, Igbo speaking nation there? I don't think there is any. But if you go out there in all these African countries, you'll find a Yoruba speaking nation. You will also find Hausa and also Fulani and the rest of the languages. But Igbo is none. That means we are only one single Igbo and one single language in the whole of the world. So all these ones that we find in our midst, are they really Igbos? Or did they just mistakenly find themselves to be Igbo and speaking Igbo? This is so confusing. I don't understand. There are people who are supposed to develop our nation, use the money for their own selfish desire and stomach infrastructures. And I pray that the good Lord will continue to be catching all of you one by one. The Central Criminal Court in London, the United Kingdom, has moved the trial of former Deputy Senate President Ekweremadu over alleged organ harvesting from May 2023 to January 31st, from May 2022 to January 31st, 2023. The old body agreed that arguments will be held on the 16th or 19th of December 2022 before the commencement of the trial in January. Ekweremadu and his wife Beatrice were arrested on June 23 and charged with conspiracy to trafficking a person for organ harvesting in violation of the Modern Slavery Act of 2015. Though he was absent from the court on Monday, his wife, who was released on bail in July, and Sonia, the couple's daughter, were present. Last week, Justice Inyang Ekwo of the Federal High Court, Abuja, ordered the interim forfeiture of Ekweremadu's assets following an ex parte motion by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. The Apex Igbo Social Cultural Organization on SND worldwide subsequently described the court ruling as hasty and a selective judgment. That is one of the people. One of the problems we are having also in the Igbo land. All these so-called Ohaneze Ndara, all these so-called Ohaneze Ndara, they will keep on supporting evil, Small time now, they will channel it that it's a tribal something or ethnicity or whatever. They won't allow even the authorities to, despite the fact the authorities have not been doing well. But all these ones, I'm talking about my own tribe, other tribes that can go and fight for their own. All these ones that they have been doing all these things, you will not say there's hasty or harsh or whatever. When they are diverting public funds meant for your children, your great-grandchildren, the future of your generation, all the things have been siphoned. The federal government keep on borrowing money on daily basis just to share in the national level. And when they share the money finish, they will still take that money they borrowed from uptown and loot it back to the uptown. Give it back to them, all in the form of depositing it in the bank. When they die tomorrow, most will be recovered and most will not be recovered. And that is how our economy keep dying on daily basis. Look at just some couple of days ago, let's say last month or last 2 months, that the federal government announced, or CBN announced, that there will be a resign of the Naira note. Come and see Wahala. Come and see how everybody is running helter-skelter. I'm not talking about the poor people. I'm not talking about ordinary businessman or someone who is a millionaire just inside the market. I'm talking about all the all the government officials from the local level down to the presidency. People who have already have graves in their compounds, in their homes, offices, everywhere. They dump the cash, the Naira. And that is why the Naira is not in circulation. That make the economy to be dying on daily basis. And they are happy about it. How can somebody bring a warehouse, complete warehouse, where goods supposed to be kept, and they use Naira to store inside that warehouse, causing the Naira to be dying, and the demand for dollar keep going high. The economy keep dying because the Naira, which is supposed to be in circulation, is nowhere to be found. Federal government keep printing money every time wants to print it. They share it in the National Assembly from that National Assembly, they carry the money direct to their warehouse and dump it there. The poor masses in their midst keep dying. Things they're supposed to do with the money, they are not doing it. The infrastructure they're supposed to do, roads, water, pipe-borne water, electric, and other social amenities that will be more useful for the poor ones, they rather not do it, watching the poor dying on daily basis in their numbers. And you tell me we have a country? We don't have a country. We don't have leaders. What we have is never do well politicians who bent on destroying the nation or the nation vanish. But God will not allow them to do that. Alleged money laundering. EFCC again arraigns ex-Lagos Attorney General Sasore. A former Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice in Lagos, Mr. Olusupo Sasore, has again been arraigned before the Federal High Court on fresh money laundering charges involving 109.8 million naira. Sasore, who is a senior advocate of Nigeria, was slammed with a 14-count criminal charge along with personal company Middlesex Investment Limited. The alleged offence is said to be contrary to Section 10 of the Money Laundering Prohibition Act of 2011. The charge sheet also indicates that Sasore in November 2017 committed a breach of money laundering laws by transferring $300,000 single lodgement into his company account where he is a sole signatory, and was alleged to have failed to report to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) twice on invitation. The former Lagos Attorney General was also said to have failed to establish an anti-money laundering desk and designate a compliance officer in his company as required by law of Nigeria, right? So Sasore, however, pleaded not guilty to the offences alleged to have been committed in Abuja along with the company, although the EFCC lawyer Bala Sanga didn't object to the bail request by the ex-AGF Justice Inyang Ekwo ordered that Sasore continue to enjoy the terms and the conditions of the administrative bail granted him by the EFCC. Justice Inyang Ekwo subsequently fixed March 13 to 17, 2023 for prosecution. The trial judge further ordered parties in the suit to put their houses in order ahead of the trial dates. That is the news from Lagos concerning the attorney who is facing a money laundering charge and the rest of them. 2023 CGN Chief Justice of Nigeria swears in election petition tribunal members, those who will take charge of the election judge because it's only Nigerian election or selection that after that they went to court. Somebody who become fourth or fifth will then be arraigned and said he is the winner of that very selection. It is laughable. The Chief Justice of the Federation, Chief Olukayode Ariwola, has sworn in members of the election competition tribunal for the 2023 general election. The event took place on Monday at the National Judiciary Institute in Abuja, the country's political capital. Having administered the oath of office on the members of the tribunal, the CGN urged the judiciary officers not to treat their assignments with levity, warning that he will not tolerate any form of judicial recklessness. The exercise kicked off a 4-day capacity workshop for justice and members of the tribunal to end on Thursday. In order to forestall conflicting rulings by the tribunals, the appeal court compiled a case management system, which is a document that will serve as an additional guide. Also in attendance at the event include the President, the Appeal Court Justice Monica Dogban Mensen, Chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC Mahmoud Yakub, as well as Justice of the Court of Appeal. Justice Dogban Mensen admonished members of the tribunal to be firm and law-abiding in the discharge of their duties, noting that by the nature of their assignment, they will be exposed to temptations, but they must be in total control of their thoughts. On his part, the INEC chairman said the commission has been joined in at least 600 cases arising from the recent conduct of party primaries and the rest of them. So my good people and my great Biafran, this is where I will end this little broadcast of this morning, just to remind us that the task ahead is really big. It's not small. So we must do everything possible to make sure that we stand firm on our faith and maintain the status quo. Let us be mindful of whom we are voting coming 2023, because it's going to be a do or die affair for those ones who knows that they will not benefit anything from this government. Until I come your way again, I still remain your one and only Okute Daily Talk from my own corner. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, like and share my content to your family and friends, those ones who love what I'm doing and those ones who are always happy whenever they hear my voice. I still remain your one and only OD to T, which means Okute Daily Talks, where truth is the business we trade, where we speak to you with undiluted truths about the Nigerian government, the Biafrans, the Africans, and our never-do-well politicians who bent on destroying this country until it sinks to the ground. But we never allow them to succeed, because we are covered and we are also one step or two steps ahead of them. Whatever of their evil plans, in any way, in any form, we are better than them, and we will continue to be better than them until the end time. I still remain your one and only ODT, Okute Daily Talks from my own corners. Please do not forget, I repeat once again, subscribe to my channel, like my content. Bye for now. Okay, Messiano.